Just what happened on the first hole?
You know, it was unbelievable. Reality check is all I can say. You know, I've been putting good the last 2 days, and just went brain dead. You know, you take it for granted. You know, I've been making putts. I had 24 putts yesterday. Took it for granted that it was going in, and it just kept missing. So I decided on the second hole I better pay attention, you know. And I birdied the second hole, and that was huge for me to get right back on there. And that's about what I, you know.
How do you mentally recover from 4 putting a hole, especially 3 putting from like 3 feet?
Well, like I said, I was very careless, wasn't paying attention, and you know, you take things for granted when things are going well. And, you know, I took it for granted, and I'm just hitting the putt, no concentration, and I just did that. But you know, I knew that I had to stay in focus. The first 4 holes were all birdiable holes, and I knew I had to stay in the game. You know, Clark was out there. I knew he was going to make some birdies, and I had to stay, you know, in a position. And they just kept going in.
That says something for you that you can just shake something like that off. And I think you birdied what, like 5 out of the next 6. That says something to come back after what happened in the first hole.
Absolutely. You know, this game to me is so mental, and you know, I played so well on Monday. And even though I did what I did on one, I felt like, you know, I could still make putts. I birdied 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then, of course, my chip shot, I hit my chip to about 10 feet on 8 and made it for par. And so, you know, right then I just was feeling real good again.
After Clark made the double, I guess at 12, it looked like you were pretty safe, but Winston had a pretty good running you there coming.
You know, you know, we're out there playing golf, and we're not trying to play match play, but Clark doubled number 12, and then we matched birdies on 13, and then when he birdied 14, and when I birdied 15, I felt real good at that point with the 4-shot lead, and not even thinking of Winston, because he was kind of struggling out there today. And you know, I thought he was probably, you know, 7 or 8 under par. And then, of course, we got to 17. And, you know, I still had a 4-shot lead going into 17, but I made bogey and he made birdie, so that kind of turned things around. But standing on 18T, you know, I really felt like all I needed to do was make a par, because he had to make a birdie to tie me. So my game plan, you got to make eagle to tie me. So I drove it in the bunker on 18. I had a really poor lie, but I advanced it far enough to where I had 165 yards to the flag and hit 7-iron in the middle of the green. And it was funny, because I knocked my putt up there about 8 to 10 inches, and he made his for birdie. So that got him to within 1. But I felt like I could make that putt. I told Winston when we came off of 18, I'm glad we weren't playing one more hole, because he finished really strong.
Pretty strong efforts by you now back-to-back instead of practice in the Senior Open couple weeks ago.
Absolutely. You know, it's the confidence for me. I mean, I feel real good about my game, and that's the difference. You know, I play a lot of golf. I live about 20 minutes from here, and I play here quite often, and I felt like it was a comfortable place for me. Slide, baby.
I guess this gives you what now, 3 of the 4 majors, all you got one left.
The only one I don't have is the State Open. I'm going to try to, well, this year, if I play in the U.S. Senior Open, I won't play in the State Open.
It's the same week?
It's the same week. U.S. Senior Open's the same week as the State Open. If I don't make the Senior Open, I sure be at Barnsley.
How many Monday qualifiers have you tried so far?
I've gone to 4. I've gone to 4, and I've had a couple rounds under par, but they weren't deep enough. You know, out there, it's all or nothing day. Monday, you know, it's a mental thing for me. You know, I feel like I'll be there. It's just going to take me a little bit of time, but you know, it's one of those days where you can't make bogeys, and it's all or nothing.
How many more do you expect you to try to play this year?
Well, looking at the schedule, I think I'm going to play in four more. If things change, I may do some more, but right now it's probably going to be about 4.
Have you played out there as well as you played in the section stuff, or not quite as
No,
well?
no, I have not. You know, because, you know, again, in the section things, I've been around a long time, and I'm very comfortable playing with these guys, and you know, my confidence level is up. You know, I go out there and, you know, I play practice rounds with a lot of the, you know, ex-tour players, and they're out there, and, you know, and in the back of my mind, like I said, I put much stress on myself knowing that if you go out and make a few birdies, you cannot make a bogey. And when that happens, and you make a bogey, it kind of takes me down.
I guess what your next big thing's going to be the
National Club Pro in 2 weeks. I'm going to leave next Tuesday, and I've got the U.S. Senior Open at the same time.
Senior Open qualifier?
Yes, Senior Open qualifier at the same time.
You're going to play in what, Pennsylvania?
I'm playing Butler, Pennsylvania for the Senior Open qualifier.
That's what, right after the PNC?
It's the day after the PNC on June the 30th.
All right. Great.
Thanks, Mike.
Great plan.
Appreciate
Really
it very,
good.
very much.